Welcome, Sylvie and Angie. I'm very happy to be able to have this interview with you, and I'm very curious about your approach. Could you tell me more about you?
Yes, of course. Would you like to start? Would you like me to start with?
Maybe if you could say a few words about you and your work, and then we will jump into the essence of gratitude.
Yes, of course. So I am Sylvie Olivier, and I've created several businesses in my life, and I'm sharing the essence of gratitude all around the world. And now I'm moving into activating golden hearts around the world, so we create a lifestyle that is really an enjoyment for all.
Wow, that's wonderful. And tell me more about how gratitude came into your life.
Well, when my youngest daughter was 4, she was lying in her hospital bed, having about 6 to 7 hours to live. So, as a mother, I was desperate. And at some point, I was in the hallway of the hospital, and I was looking for comfort. And at some point, I looked up and my eyes met the glance of a man. He was a complete stranger. And he smiled at me. But it was not an ordinary smile, it was something very special. And it ignited something inside of myself that I now call the essence of gratitude. It was flowing and moving, and I connected very deeply with gratitude at that time.
Hmm. It must have been hard for you to all the situation. So wow, it's wonderful how you found this shining of fire inside of you.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, it was hard. But now, she is very healthy. She's 22 and having fun, and she's so beautiful.
And what is a magic behind gratitude?
Well, maybe I could let Angie talk about that because she has a very magical story.
All right, go
Yes,
ahead, Angie.
if you will. Yeah.
Hello, Cassia. It's my pleasure to share. Well, I've got many magical stories. Um,
Excellent. I love the stories.
you love stories. Okay, so let me just give you very quickly my background. I am a business entrepreneur. I've have many businesses, just like Sylvie, and our unique understanding of gratitude brought us together to further explore the miracle of this essence of gratitude. I am a coach. I was a coach in leadership, and I am transitioning into stewardship. But I will share how this transition has occurred a little bit later on in our interview. I personally experienced the energy of gratitude when I was, let's say, confronted with a lot of difficult circumstances, just like many people today on our planet. I found myself juggling many responsibilities and obligations, both with family and work. And I had just taken on Exploration Gratitude with Sylvie. And all of this was beginning to take a toll as well on my health. And, there's nothing like a good health crisis to bring into your awareness that you are out of balance, you are no longer in an optimal state of well-being. So it was interesting because Sylvia and I had just finished creating our beautiful collection of magnificent pieces of art, because they really are pieces of art that express the essence of gratitude. And I thought, I could bring these creations into my life. It would make me feel good. It would make me feel joy and gratitude. So by creating a daily ritual, I was able to experience my whole day in a whole new way. It was like experiencing rebirth. I started using my creativity to engage myself fully in the process. And within just a few short weeks, doesn't take a long time, I began experiencing little miracles, which led to many magical moments that would show up anytime and anywhere. And one particular one that perhaps would be fit to share this morning was one day I was in a parking lot of a shopping mall, and I had this intuition to look up in the sky. And when I did, I found this huge heart. It was not filled with clouds, but it was shaped with clouds, shaped by the clouds. It was bigger than I would ever expect it to see. And as I was looking up at the clouds, I experienced this, I call it a magical moment, but it was really a communication between the universe and myself that said, Angie, you know what to do with this now. And what it was telling me was, use gratitude to share what people mean to you. So I started creating a journal where every time I had an encounter with a client, I would write what I was grateful for during that session. But it wasn't the session in particular that I was aiming, but it was really, I was aiming towards the client himself or herself. What was wonderful about today's session? What were that person's discoveries? What moments can I note for that person so that at another given time they're able to go back and reread them? You know, sometimes we have so many wonderful things that happen in our day and we don't take moments to reflect, and this was a way to reflect it back. By the time I finished my sessions, the period of time I had written 100 notes of gratitude. And I had placed it in a beautiful little box that I had created. And at the last session, I handed over this box and I asked this person to read these notes of gratitude at home when they were able to give themselves 10 minutes alone. And the response that I got back was, it's amazing what you were able to see, what you were able to sense, what you were able to feel within our session. I will keep these as a reminder when I'm not feeling motivated to do things. So this was just the beginning. This was just the beginning. And so bringing gratitude, the energy, the essence of gratitude in our lives is really magical. It's extraordinary. And to have experienced that and to stop, no way. So for me, it was, I must keep going on this journey because I know it's going to take me where I want to go.
Wow, that's wonderful. And, it reminds me one of my stories that it was my first contact, really almost material contact with my inner strength and spirituality. It happened during my studies at the university. I was, I think, around 22 or something like that, and I was really struggling with surviving with money because I was studying 2 faculties, so it was difficult for me to work. I was teaching Spanish, but it's not a very good flow of money, not all the time. And once it was really, I didn't have money, and it was early morning, and I decided, okay, I'm not going to complain, but I believe that somehow the universe will bring me money, that there is abundance, that I have a mission to do in my life, to fulfill, and because of that, I trust that spiritual forces will bring me money somehow. And I remember I went to buy some grocery, and I forgot about this thought, and then I happened to go to the bank to open an account because this is something that I needed to do. And you know what happened? The lady, the bank told me that I already have an account in this bank, and this is the account from 7 years ago.
Oh my goodness.
And I have on this account around $1,000. And they can give me also a credit possibility of $800 or something like that. I couldn't imagine. It was really me, because they had my data, they had everything. I don't know how it happens. Maybe when I was a teenager, my grandmother gave me some present or helped me to open an account, and I forgot about this money. But it was really a miracle. So it was my first encounter.
It is amazing.
And it's really happening many times to people. If you really believe, it's possible.
Well, anything is possible. You know, we live in an infinite world. And what I really love about what you do, and as well as Angie, is that we are in a position to bring our spirituality in a very practical way. You know, we live in the world, and we pay for the groceries and for mortgage, or for the rent and all of that. And very often spiritual people won't necessarily have the connection with money, and vice versa as well. You know, we can see business people who are uncomfortable with spirituality, and when we can bring both together, it creates a beautiful lifestyle.
Wow. And tell me how somebody could start with using gratitude. What are your tips? What are the first steps for a person, for example, somebody who is in business and doesn't have nothing to do with spirituality, and they want to start?
Well, you know, that's an interesting question, Kazia, because I find it funny these days how we separate how we separate our professional lives from our personal life. And to me, they're one and the same. And if we want to bring ourselves back into unity rather than the duality that we are currently living in, it is not about thinking of what should I do in business versus what should I do in my personal life. By having brought gratitude in my life at a personal level, it affected every single area of my life. There's no such thing as having well-being in one area and not looking. It is the same. We are the same person. We are just not within our family, and we are within another family. And so if I was in a position to tell someone in business, I would ask them very simply to follow exactly the same thing that I would on a personal level, and to get everyone involved so that it's not just that one person practicing gratitude. So when I started my gratitude ritual, the first thing that I did was I wrote 10 things that I was grateful for. Not 5, 10. Because I felt that somehow I anticipated that life would be so magical that I would have many things to be grateful for in my day, that 5 wouldn't cut it. So 10 was the minimum. But then I also remembered that I've tried this several times in the past, and after 2 weeks, we give up. Because there are other things that fall into place, and all of a sudden, it no longer takes an importance in your life. And so I had to find a fun way for me to do it. And this is how I would encourage people as well. I created a gratitude tree of hearts. I found a wall in my office in which every gratitude that I wrote in my journal was transcribed on a heart. I then took that heart and I started to create the tree. So my tree had many colors: yellow, gold, blue, pink. Every single day I would be posting these hearts on my wall. Every person that passed by stopped and looked. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, I could do this at home as well. So it's not just about writing it in a journal. It's beautiful to record it. But creating something that it's like Christmas. It's like experiencing Christmas every single day. I have an ornament. I have 10 hearts that I can pin up on this tree. And every minute that I pin up that gratitude is a reminder of that beautiful day. Even if it wasn't a beautiful moment, I'm still in gratitude for that person making me aware of perhaps something that I was doing that I wasn't aware of. So imagine in the lobby of an organization, you clear one wall and everyone is committed to writing a gratitude. It doesn't have to be 5, one gratitude about their day at work. And they, at the end of the day or during the day, they walk up to this tree and everyone is creating a part of it. Imagine the unity that is being created amongst the employees. Imagine now how this energy is diffusing in the workplace. Imagine customers coming inside and saying, "Hey, what is that?" And sharing with them so they now have an idea of what to do back at work. So to me, that was the best way to keep me committed on this path of gratitude. And this is what I would share to people in business.
Wonderful. And maybe I was now thinking also about why I love to come to India for the winter, because we spent 3 months normally in South India, our winter office. It's not only that here is always summer and always sun and wonderful sea and all of that, but it's also about people. For example, we have a friend, he has an internet cafe here. And every day in the morning, the first thing that he does, he lights the incense and he's going with the incense around the computers to say blessing.
Wow.
And this is how it works, that they don't separate business job from their inner life, and it's really wonderful. Yeah,
it is wonderful.
In our hotel, there's a Ganesha, it's a god elephant, and there's always a candle lighten up. So it's this is kind of gratitude that they show in a different way, I think.
Yes, exactly. Wow.
Great.
I really love it.
So wonderful.
Great. So, Sylvie and Angie, tell me how people can find you and how they can learn about gratitude from you.
Well, they can go on the website explorationgratitude.com, where they will be able to read posts and also to read more about the tools that we have to offer, the book and all sorts of tools. It will be beneficial, I think, for them because what we learn, what we hear from people is when they enter into the website and into the ambiance, they feel good, they feel relaxed, they feel already grateful, because we have 7 different spheres of gratitude that they can connect with on the website. So this is for Exploration Gratitude. But now, as I told you, I'm moving forward to creating my new organization, who is dedicated to raising consciousness and connecting to the source of infinite creation, abundance, and love. And of course, gratitude is and will be part of what I'm doing. And what I like, it's a very practical and spiritual way as well. So they can also find more about me at goldenheartwisdom.com. It's another possibility.
What I'd like to add to what Sylvie has just said is that when you do come to our website, explorationgratitude.com, there is a free gift. If you sign up your name, it is a meditation that was put together by Sylvie. It's a meditation of gratitude. Yes, it's a meditation of gratitude. So when you sign up, you automatically receive that. And it's a wonderful way to get started with the energy of gratitude. At the same time, we also have a Facebook page, facebook.com /exploration gratitude. And on our page, we are posting every single day one message of gratitude from our 365 messages of gratitude. And so that is also another way that they can bring gratitude in their life. And, you know, if there is any question that they may have about gratitude, use our contact tab to get in touch with either one of us.
Mm-hmm.
Great. Great. Thank you very much. I will post the links to your websites under this interview. So look carefully, everybody. And really, thank you for this wonderful interview.
Thank you so much,
Thank you
Cassia.
for having us. Thank you.